Ashley Young kicked the ball into touch, and, just for a moment, everyone at Old Trafford wondered why. Then Alexis Sanchez sat on his haunches, and it was clear something was wrong with Manchester United's number 7. Sanchez clutched at his right hamstring and sank to the turf. Substitute Marcus Rashford barely had time to get stripped off before his stricken teammate walked forlornly to the touchline. Sanchez removed his gloves by way of final confirmation that he would take no further part in United's FA Cup win over Reading after lasting little more than an hour on his first start in 2 months. The cheer that welcomed Rashford drowned out any subdued sympathy for Sanchez.To compound his misery. The 30-year-old sat in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's seat in the dugout and had to move again to make room for United's caretaker boss. Having missed 9 games over November and December with a torn hamstring, it's hoped that Sanchez's latest injury is not as serious. Solskjaer believes he may even be in contention to face Tottenham next weekend, but that may prove to be a little optimistic in the circumstances. Either way, it felt another setback in a United career that is still struggling to take off a year after his move from Arsenal. "Hopefully he won't be too bad," said Solskjaer. "He's been out a month now. He's had 20 minutes against Newcastle, half an hour maybe. Now he's had 60 minutes, so it's about building up again. He was feeling his hamstring, but he should have told me 1 minute before because I made 2 subs. Hopefully he'll be okay for next weekend." To be fair to Sanchez, there have been some promising signs since he returned from injury. Like most of this United squad, he has responded positively to the appointment of Solskjaer. Having marked his first appearance under the new caretaker boss by setting up Rashford for the second goal at Newcastle in midweek, he assisted on United's second here for Romelu Lukaku. We were in the 4th minute of added time at the end of the first half when Sanchez took possession on the left. He delayed his pass and then timed it perfectly to send Lukaku clean through on goal. The big Belgian touched the ball past Reading goalkeeper Anssi Jaakola and scored in the empty net. "It was a fantastic goal constructed by the two of them," said Solskjaer, who also saw Sanchez send a dipping 25-yard effort over the bar earlier on and then create the space for another attempt inside the box, only to be denied by a great block from Tiago Ilori You. "You know the quality he has. I think maybe when he gets another few games under his belt, he would have finished it. He had 1 touch too many, could have finished when he was driving through the box." Then injury struck, and he was back in the stands again. It wasn't meant to be like this for Sanchez. when he joined United 12 months ago to such fanfare, and who can forget that piece on the piano, he was truly a statement signing. The highest paid player in the Premier League on £500,000 a week, tempted away from top four rivals Arsenal and snatched from under the noses of Manchester City. A year on and there is already speculation over his future at Old Trafford, with United said to be prepared to cut their losses on the former Barcelona star. Here he was starting in a second eye against championship strugglers Reading in the third round of the FA Cup. A team showing 9 changes from Wednesday's league win at Newcastle, and with teenagers James Garner and Tahith Chong on the bench. Yes, Sanchez was working his way back from injury, even though there were suspicions that his spell back at home in Chile was designed to get his head straight as much as heal a torn hamstring. But he had already fallen out of favor with Jose Mourinho and will not be able to count on a place in the lineup under Solskjaer, whose first-choice attack would appear to be the more youthful triumvirate of Rashford, Anthony Martial and Jesse Lingard. This, after all, was only Sanchez's 8th start in all competitions in a season that has brought a total of 14 appearances and just 1 goal, albeit a valuable late winner at home to Newcastle in early October. It was cut short by injury again, and although he will travel with the rest of the squad to Dubai on Saturday night for a 4-day warm weather training break, it looks like he will spend most of it on the treatment table.